In a time before time, a world you'd only imagine was consumed by war. A war for power. A war to end all wars. A war that destroyed the world. A world that once existed in harmony but was torn in two. Two brothers, Matanui and Makuta, were given the honor of leading the race, the Matoran. But Makuta wanted more power than was his, and turned to the supernatural to aid his rise to overthrow his brother. Seeing the great danger our race was in, Matanui gathered as many Matoran as he could and brought them in secret to a remote island paradise, believing it was far beyond the reach of Makuta's tyranny. But he was betrayed by one of the Matoran he brought over to save. Makuta came to the island, and a great battle was fought. Makuta rose victorious over Matanui, and soon began the great enslavement of our race. But when all seemed most dark, the 7 Toa heroes came from our own midst and challenged Makuta. Together they were able to overcome his power and free us, but all was not done. Over time, the Toa began to mysteriously disappear, soon to be dead until only one was left. Takua, the 7th Toa, fought against many odds and won many struggles, ending with the sacrificing his powers to become the leader of the Matoran in their hour of need. Even though Makuta was gone, all darkness had not yet been eliminated. It had only become stronger. Only time would tell just how much the Matoran were in danger of annihilation, unaware that they were living in a doomed land, a lost world.
I was wondering if I would run into you here. You wouldn't happen to know what's going on, would you?
I'm afraid I don't, Matoro. All I know is that Takua has summoned the Naika to the Hall of Records for an urgent meeting. Well, I'm sure we will soon find out.
Well, it must be important.
Important? Ha! You have no idea what's important. Our new Taraga's got lots of problems heading his way, and, by extent, our way. You mark my words, trouble is evident.
How can it, Akmu?
Huki!
You!
Surprised to see me? I'd be too if I were you, you little traitor.
You're not still sore about the little misunderstanding with the goalie balls, are
Those
you?
sports balls you were selling were laced with the Black Plague and you knew it. You're a dirty traitor, Akmu, and I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. What are you doing in Sakura anyway?
Well, that's my business and not yours, Huki.
Huki, do you know why Takua has summoned us?
Mark my words.
Ah, shut up, Akmu.
What's his deal?
He's just an old warmonger.
Warmonger indeed, Huki.
Yeah, come on, let's leave him to his assorted miseries.
No, Huki. The miseries will be all yours once this is over. You mark my words.
And I'm telling you, Jar, this is serious. It is a threat. Ah, last you're here. Now we can get started.
Get started on what?
Hi indeed, Takua. What are we here for? I summoned you all here because I've realized the potential threat to our safety.
What is it?
It's the Masks of Power.
What about him?
You remember what the Rahaga told us about the masks? They have supernatural and untapped powers. Powers no one, Matoran, Toa, or Turaga, could ever wield. Much has been revealed to me since I became a Turaga. I'm fearful that Makuta's existence is tied up into the Mask of Shadows.
How do you mean?
You know your history, Jowler. Makuta delved deep into the deepest kinds of black magic in his rise to power. We know nothing of this magic or how it works. All I know is that it's very real, and while the Masks of Shadows still exists, so does Makuta.
You don't look shocked at this news, Nuparu.
It was Nuparu who brought this to my attention, Hallie. He and I have been probing the masks for a week now. We've uncovered very little of their secrets or anything that is at all useful to us.
Remember how the Turaga feared that Area was going to use the mask power to recall Makuta from the dead? While that may not have been Erie's intent, the Turaga had grounds for their fears. Makuta's life is somehow tied to the Mask of Shadows, but it would take the power of all or most of the masks combined to bring him back. Still, it can happen, and it's very dangerous.
What do you propose we do?
At first I thought to destroy the Masks of Shadows, but it's too powerful. The magic's too strong. My thoughts then turned to destroying the other masks, but again, the magic's too strong. Even without the black magic, we can't do it.
The only solution we've reached thus far is to separate the masks. Without at least 6 of the masks together, one couldn't possibly harness enough power to resurrect Makuta.
And they can't resurrect him without the Mask of Shadows either. They'll put a guard around it, night and day.
As captain of the guard, I will take it upon myself to fulfill this task.
Good.
What about the other masks?
We start moving them out tomorrow.
Is your Toa mask going to be included in this?
Yes. My mask must be separated as well.
Did you tell the Matoran about this?
No. Or at least not yet. There's no immediate threat, and no need to worry the entire island if there's only a small chance it'll happen.
The stars are beautiful, aren't they?
Hmm?
The stars.
I'm only looking at one star in particular tonight.
Oh, the red one again?
It's back again. Makes me feel uncomfortable.
You're not superstitious, Jowler.
I don't know. All I know is that this infernal star always shows up in the sky whenever great struggles are about to happen. There's no relation to normal astronomical movements. It's a bad omen, Holly.
Nonsense, Jowler. There's a pattern to the red star's orbits. Highly irregular, sure enough, but it comes into view about once every 5 years or so.
You know more about it?
It's part of a forgotten history, deceased past, lost knowledge.
Oh, how so?
In ancient days, the red star was once the sun of our universe, but it could not survive forever. The star's death was near, and the great leaders of old came to this galaxy, landing on this planet for our survival. But a survival from a dead sun was not the only thing the Matoran would need saving from.
Makuta.
Yes. You see, when the sun became a red giant star, it expanded as all stars do when they are about to die. Our planet would have been consumed by it. Only 2 of the great leaders managed to escape with a mere fraction of our race.
Well, that was a lifetime ago. Why is the red star still there?
I don't know, Jolly. Most of the ancient records are incomplete. Time has deteriorated them.
It's a shame. History's not meant to be forgotten.
Oh! You can't come in here without clearance from Captain Jowler. I am part of the team to move the Kanohi masks. Do you have a pass? Well, of course I have a pass. Pen him down! Pen him down! Who are you?
His name is Akmu. Motoro, Huki, and I saw him earlier in the streets.
What has been going on here? You're too late. The shadow has fallen.
What do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean. The Makuta has returned once again.
And so it has begun. Once again, my power has grown. The Matoran don't stand a chance without any Toa to protect them. Revenge will be mine.
We're here to interrogate prisoner 9091. You.
Me.
It's no time for levity, Akmu. This is very serious.
I did what I had to for my lord to be free.
What you did is cause the potential end of our world.
The end. Do you think it is as perverse as that? Makuta was the rightful leader of our kind, not Matanui.
Matanui was given the honor of protecting our kind. Makuta was abusing his power. Matanui did what needed doing to protect us.
It's more complicated than that.
We're not here to have you lecture on how much you love the Makuta, you worm. Tell us what you did last night and how we can stop it.
It cannot be stopped. The shadow has fallen. Without Toa, any who resist will be slain. You are the walking dead.
It's no use, jailer. I've dealt with this son of a Borak before. He won't talk.
With all due respect, Jowler, I'd say it's too late to stop it.
What? You giving up hope already, Mitsuru?
Let him speak, Huki!
Well, Makuta's free. It's only a matter of time before he takes over again. We don't have the power to fight him.
Mitoro's right. This is serious. We're vulnerable. And only the Toa have the power to defeat the Makuta.
Jailer, we have no Toa.
Not in this time, there is not.
Identify yourself, Matoran!
My name is Altair. I have a solution to your problem.
You have an idea.
Yes, it's the only chance we have left.
Pardon my asking, but how do you know it's the only chance?
Do you know who I am?
You're Altair. We just established that.
But who am I?
Okay, fine. I don't know.
I'm the last of my kind, I'm afraid.
And what kind is that?
I am a Matoran who was given magical powers. There were once many of us, but now there's only myself and Akmu.
Akmu? He's got magical powers?
How else would you explain he was able to bring Makuta back to power through the Mask of Time, through the Mask of Shadows?
So you have an idea that can stop Makuta?
I do, but we must take the Great Masks of the fallen Toa to the Kaine Nui. I will explain along the way.
The shield of Chiraga Laikan, first Toa of Matsunui. It's been said that he was one of the most powerful Toa that ever lived, and the most heroic. He gave his life centuries ago to save our race from the Makuta. It's said that the shield can be split in two, creating two blades so deadly that only a skilled Toa can wield it.
Takua, I need to talk to you. I don't like this. It just doesn't feel right. We don't know what might happen, and Altair, he's not the most...
I understand your concerns, Jowler. Believe me, I feel them too. If we don't try, Matanui will fall. And I will not have that happen while I'm a Turaga. Not while I'm still alive.
What is your name again?
Nubaru.
You're from Hanukoro. You do engineering and stuff like that, right?
I'm chief engineer.
Good. So you can set up the servers the way I need them.
Well, how is that?
Put the mask of the 6 fallen toe on the left, Suva, and then the mask of the toe on Metro on the right, Suva. Make sure they're close enough for contact.
Contact?
Let me finish. On the top of the Suva is a fallen toe's mask, and I placed a Vahi on the 7th slot, raised up above the others.
Wait a minute, what's a Vahi?
Yes. There's a Vahi, the mask of time.
I've never seen a Kanohi like that before.
And you never will see anyone like it again. There's only one in existence, and this is it. It's not your typical Toa's great Kanohi mask of power. This is a legendary Kanohi. Your former Turaga Fakama forged it ages ago. And
Wait, Fakama forged this mask?
Oh yes, Fakama was the best of the best when it came to Kanohi making. It was an ancient art that has long since been lost. The Vahi was made to be the turning point of the Great War, and it was, but not the way Matanui intended it. Makuta saw much more potential in it for power, and when Fakama became Toa, he lost it. Threw it into the sea, never to be seen again for years.
But it was found.
Obviously. I'm going back up to the top to gaze through my telescope. Get the Subas ready, Engineer Nubaru.
There's something not adding up here, Takura. We've seen that mask before. That was the mask
That Pohatu wore while he was possessed by Eri, I know. Kongu must not recognize it, he was there.
Can you blame him? It's been 2 years now. We all want to forget about that whole ordeal. Pohatu was one of our best Toa, and he killed at least 3 of the other Toa while he was possessed. None of us want to think of Pohatu as a murderer.
I know, and before that...
Before what?
I knew that mask existed before then. Tahu had it. I don't know where from, but he had it. That's what stopped the Borak Call in the first Makuta War. What happened to it after that, I don't know, but... something's missing. There's a chunk of the story that's missing.
There's one more thing I don't like. How did the Mask of Time come into Akumu's possession?
And before then, how did it end up in Eri's hands?
You don't think Akumu had his hand in all that, do you? With Eri's and Brander's plans?
I wish I knew, Jailer.